Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, I wanted to talk on something real quick. I wanted to talk on sports. I feel like I don't talk on sports enough, but at some point in time, I do see myself making a video talking about this. But yeah, overall, I'm like, it needs to be discussed right now. I'm like, I can't wait until, like, oh, okay, let me wait until I do this episode, then try to hurry up and post it on YouTube. I don't know when that's gonna be. That's what I should be doing. I should be focusing on getting like a bunch of podcast episodes and streams out on my on the two YouTube channels. Those are like the two YouTube channels I need to like really focus on, because those two channels, they don't get no love. By the way, make sure y'all go subscribe to these two channels, TMossBoss Streams and the TMossBoss Show. So yeah, the TMossBoss Show, of course, talks about, or it posts like old episodes of my podcast, and then TMossBoss Streams posts old streams that I had did on Twitch. So yeah, go check them out. A lot of content on both of those channels. But anyways, no, let's overall talk about the disrespect I feel like that surrounds LeBron James's name. Because I feel like in all years, I have really paid attention to like the different eras of LeBron James. I feel like there's always that one disrespectful thing that stands out more than the legendary stuff that he's done out in the court. I'm saying, like, I mean, we're talking, like, and that's the thing, though, where even though I feel like his name gets disrespected a lot, that's the thing, though. He's a GOAT. He's a legend. You can't take that away from him. It's untakeable. Like, there could be so many different things you can take away from LeBron James. If he's had, I don't even really know if he's had, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. He should have a clothing line. At least, like, he should come out with clothes for, well, I think, the only thing that he really focuses on is his shoes and jerseys. That's about it. I'm trying to think. I think the times I've been to the Nike store, I ain't never once seen the LeBron James like shirt and things. I need to go up to the Nike store. I need to see, because I'm like, I've seen shoes, I just haven't seen no shirts. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's weird. But so anyways, you could take away, if he has came out with clothes, you could take that away. You could take away his shoes. You could take away the movies that he's done. You could take away anything that he has done outside of his basketball career. But I feel like that his career that he's displayed every night when he goes out and plays, when he goes out and support, when he's most likely coaching a younger basketball player, like whatever the situation is, you can't take that away from him. You cannot take away his career. I just feel like that there's a lot of people out there that so no, the reason why I'm even doing this episode in the first place, there's a motivation behind this episode. So I seen this post, right? I seen this post, and it talks on how he scored more points than Jordan. He's gotten more assists than like I can't remember who was like it was like I took like a quick glimpse at the post, so I can't like I remember the names, I just don't remember the places of where they were at and things. But no, like overall, like they were saying how he got like the most points than one player, the most assists than another player, the more steals than like all these different things, right? And I just feel like that post, like, nobody ain't gonna care about it. They still gonna look at it as all like, oh, LeBron James, but he did do this. He did Space Jam. Like, is this Space Jam is really damaging to his career? Yeah, it might not been the best movie to come out of that year, but at the end of the day, it's all like, fam, he did that. He main evented that movie. The thing is, though, it's like, yeah, it might have been, not the best. In my opinion, I'm still going like Michael Jordan's Space Jam. Was LeBron James' Space Jam movie bad? It's one of those movies where I'm gonna say this, like, it's you watch it, and if you like it, then continue. But if you don't, finish it and just say that you watched it. So I'm on the boat where it's like, I watched it, and I guess, like, if I do see it on TV, I may take a quick glimpse at it. It may just be one of those movies where it's like, it's kind of like as a background noise. It's either like, just as I'm working or just doing whatever. But it ain't one of those movies where I'm like, I'm going to be like fighting people on defending it and stuff. Like, if somebody were to come up to me and say, oh no, LeBron James' Space Jam was trash, I'm like, hey, that's your opinion. I'm like, I'm not gonna say it's the best movie that I've ever seen, but I'm not gonna say it's the worst movie that I've ever seen. Like, there are some movies out there where I'm like, I don't know about it. I'm like, I usually don't like to be critical on stuff, but I'll tell you this much: there are some movies out there that is much more worse than LeBron James's Space Jam. All right, so. But anyways, no, I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. I even have like a pair of LeBron shoes that are themed after that movie and stuff. And so no, let's just really sit down and analyze his career. Cause for one, I don't think in my like years of really paying attention to sports, I don't think I've ever seen an athlete stay in the sport for as long as he did. Well, like wrestling maybe, but I feel like, I don't know. Like, you can't really compare wrestling to basketball. Like, I had to say probably between the two sports, I feel like your body, you take more damage in wrestling than you do in basketball. Like, but there's gonna probably be people, but if wrestling is fake, like, I ain't even hearing that. It's like, yeah, you watch how those guys have to train. In fact, no, actually you go to one of those wrestling shows and ask if you can be in one of the quote-unquote fake wrestling matches and stuff. I ain't trying to hear nothing where it's all like, well, I don't have time for that. No, you go out and do it. It's either you go out and do it or you stop with all that fake stuff, alright? But I'm trying to think though, like with wrestlers, like I feel like, yeah, there's been some wrestlers that have they've killed it with WWE and stuff for like a long period of time. But with basketball though, I mean, you don't really, the thing is this. Because if I could say anything about LeBron James, I feel like he's been great his whole career. Like he made a name for himself when he very first signed to Cleveland. He made a name for himself when he was in Miami. Then he made a name for himself when he came back to Cleveland. Well, I mean, his name was already established. But yeah, it was like, then he brought a championship to Cleveland. Now he's killing it with the Lakers. It's like, bruh, you can't tell me that LeBron, like, especially this, on top of this, where he's won a championship for every team he has been on. Like, that's the thing where it's like, Jordan, not even to disrespect Jordan, like, don't get me wrong, Jordan will always be a great. I feel like he's the one that started the road. Well, okay, maybe not the one, but he's one of the people to start the road to the greatness in the sport, basketball and stuff. But no, like LeBron James, I feel like he's definitely one of the fastest athletes on that like road and stuff. Like, yeah, there's all these greats that built the road, but LeBron James, like, he's just like on some Lightning McQueen type stuff. Like, no, he's killing it and stuff, but he's won a championship for like, let's just pull up his like thing, because I know they got like an achievement type page on Wikipedia where it shows like all the different things he's accomplished. But they just recently announced that LeBron James passes Magic Johnson for the 6th all-time in assists. Like, you can't tell me that he ain't killing it. He's still, 37 years old, and he's still, and you usually hear where like athletes are kind of retiring at that age. Well, not so much wrestlers. It seemed like, I felt like wrestlers them probably started in their 30s and then but not like with him though. It's just crazy. You don't really hear it too much. Like, I just feel like now, like, he's set the bar with basketball. I feel like a lot of basketball players are overall gonna try to, like, live out that same legacy and things. But no, so anyways, so let's just look up all his, career highlights and awards. 4-time NBA champion, 4-time NBA Finals MVP, 4-time NBA Most Valuable Player, 18-time NBA All-Star, 3-time NBA All-Star MVP, 13-time All-NBA First Team, first is the annual National Basketball Association on best of the. Oh, so it's kind of like one of those like all-star. Okay. So 3-time NBA All NBA Second Team, 2-time All NBA Third Team, 5-time NBA All Defensive First Team. From 2000, he was killing it from 2009 to 2013 for that one. NBA All Defensive Second Team, NBA Rookie of the Year, NBA All Rookie First Team, NBA Scoring Champion, NBA Assist Leader, NBA 75th Anniversary Team, 4-time AP Athlete of the Year, 3-time Sports Illustrated Sports Person of the Year, Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, USA Basketball Male Athlete of the Year, two-time national high school player of the year. They got his high school achievements, bro. Like, bro. Like, you can't tell me that it's like his high school. Like, that's how you know somebody good, when they got their high school achievements and stuff. But McDonald's All-American Game MVP, two-time first team parade All-American, and three-time Ohio Mr. Basketball. Like, and and then he has some Olympic medals. So 2008, 2012, those are two gold medals. And then a bronze medal in 2004. I feel like you just getting a medal. It's like, it don't even matter what kind of medal it is. You still got a medal, all right? And then, so that was for the Olympics. And then they got the FIBA World Championship. So he got 2000 and or a bronze medal in 2006, and then in 2007 for that, or for the FIBA Americans Championship, he got a gold medal, and that was in 2007. So, like, my thing is this: with all of those stats, you can look at probably other basketball players, and they got a lot more stats, they got a lot more things going on for themselves and stuff. But I just feel like that. With that being said, like, with all of those stats that I had named off, and then with the numbers that's in front of them, it wasn't like it was like a one-time, like, no, it was like multiple times for each of those achievements. So, like, that's why, in my opinion, it's like, LeBron James, he's one of the greats to ever do it. I feel like that more respect needs to be put on his name, because I feel like, this is what I personally feel like. I feel like that even though I'm doing this podcast episode, even though I've named off all of the achievements, LeBron James having shoes, LeBron James, just honestly being one of the GOATs when it comes to basketball, I feel like people are hearing this and they're seeing all these different, seeing him play for the Lakers, seeing how, the Lakers ain't really doing good this year and stuff. But my thing is this: I feel like that something's gonna come out good over this. He did win a championship with them, so it's like, fam, my thing is this: you got like those key players that wasn't on the team back then, they're on different teams now, so yeah, he got new guys. But I feel like that those new guys that are on that team are most likely learning something from LeBron. Because my thing is this: if I'm an athlete, right? If I'm a basketball athlete, and they just signed me to the Lakers, my thing is this: it's like you gotta think of it as like the career choice that you want in life, but the greatest person to ever do it is right there by your side. So if anything, I'm not gonna overdo it and try to be like the star of the game, but I'm just gonna let him know, and let like everybody know that I'm going to try to be up there with him. Like, when I want people to take pictures of LeBron James, I don't care if I'm in the background waving, I want to be in that picture, all right? So, but I'm just saying, it's like, you got to give it your all, and then you're also learning something from him. It's like you're kind of like, that's like your big brother. That's like so I just feel like that, yeah, he may not be having the time of the year with the Lakers right now, but I can't look at LeBron James and see that he's a bad player. I don't think there's going to probably be a lot of people out there saying like, nobody ever did look at him, but I feel like that there are people out there that's probably all like, oh, he's only good because, like, they want to say everything critical of him and stuff. Like, oh, he's only good because he had this person. Or if it wasn't for this person, he wouldn't have had this championship. Or if he would have never got traded to Miami and all that. Like, there's going to be people out there that, like, every time when you say something good about LeBron James, they're going to think of something bad to say about LeBron James. So it's always going to be like, it's always going to be a lose situation with somebody that overall though, he has haters. So I feel like that, yeah, his haters, they just speak out a little bit too loud, but it's all like, bruh, let this man be great. It's like, it trips me out where it's like, this man's out here killing it every single night when he plays basketball, every single night. And I mean, just like, and then just overall with just him being him. And I can't wait to see when his kid gets signed, LeBron James Jr. I can't wait to see what happens when he gets signed, because if he gets signed and then they both, I feel like that would be such a dope thing to see both of them win a championship. Like, I know like LeBron James most likely is gonna get to a point in time where he does like hanging up. And you know, if he doesn't win no championship with his son, then it's like, hey, you know what, it is what it is. But I feel like, you know, they something, you know, it could be possible, and he could, if he decides to be a coach, okay, for his son's team. Bro, I'm telling you, like, that's on some stuff that would be crazy. You know, like, there's already been like that coach and basketball, like, coach and basketball player, like son and father duo. But yeah, you know, I just feel like that would be good. And I'm like, nah, I think that would be a solid thing to see if he doesn't win like no championship with his son. But overall, though, I'm like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. Overall, there ain't gonna be nobody. Once when this episode does come out, people are gonna try to think of every negative thing to say, like, oh, well, LeBron James, he only scored this amount of points in this game, and this was his worst game of all time. Talk about his best game of all time. Talk about, like, any bad thing that you can think of him. Say something good about him, you know? But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, 46 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. And we'll have $20 off your first purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.